Hello, America. Hello, America. Hello, America. Hello, America. And you can still rock in America, too. Hey, what's up, Spiritual Beer Review? Drinking and thinking. I didn't have nothing to say. I'm doing a Yuengling Premium. I've reviewed this like 2 or 3 times in the past 6 months or whatever, but I figured I'd just do a drinking and thinking and talk about fireworks. What's your best firework memory from your childhood or adulthood? Yeah, really good times with fireworks, man. I tell you, I can't. I should have wrote all of them down. I'm probably missing a few, but yeah. Let's go ahead and pour this. I'll pour it into a glass so you get a look, see at what it looks like in the glass. But yeah, some of my earliest days of fireworks. Of course, you go where I lived upstate New York. You couldn't buy fireworks like you can down here in the South, or I can't remember Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania don't have illegal stuff that they have down in the South. Those like communist states up there. But you could buy more in Pennsylvania than you could in New York. But New York, you get like sparklers, little worm things, stuff like that. But if you knew who to buy stuff from, you could go get some good stuff. Not real good stuff, but occasionally. Back then in the 80s. But, I mean, just regular firecrackers were illegal. That's crazy. But my earliest fun stuff besides, going to fireworks, family having the little worm things or the sparklers. Ooh. My friends had bought some jumping jacks. They're like firecrackers, but they have like a hole on both ends. And when you light it, it spins on the ground. It's like. And one of my friends, should I mention his name? Yeah, his name was Nick. He put one in his shoestring and he lights it up and it flares up, but it's not going to spin because it's stuck in his shoestring. So he's like, look, I'm the Statue of Liberty. And that shit burned right through the tongue of his shoe and burnt his foot. He started screaming, taking his shoe off. Yeah, that was pretty fun. So, sometimes you learn from your own mistakes and sometimes you learn from others. So that was pretty cool. A couple other times, my friend, I forget who was all there. I know it was probably the Columbia Street crew. We're up on somebody's porch. I can't remember whose house that was. It was actually on Columbia Street, but it was more towards 3rd Street. So I don't know who lived over there. But anyhow, I know AJ lived down 3rd Street, but around the corner on Columbia, I don't know who the hell lived over there. But anyhow, we're up on their porch. Somebody's got a pipe. It's got a closed end on the back, and we have bottle rockets. Well, this old lady used to ride on a big 3-wheel bike down the street, up and down the street. They fire it at her. I didn't do that. I would never do that. But somebody fired a bottle rocket towards her. It went into the spokes of her tire, and she's like, screaming and pedaling faster, and shit's going around in her tire, and boom. That's pretty funny. Poor lady. And any other good ones from back then? I'm sure there's more. I just can't think of them. Another time, me and my good friend Dieter were out with his uncle camping. I guess we were working with his uncle, but his uncle had a trailer, him and his girlfriend, and out by some river. I forget where the hell was that in Pennsylvania, but we went out there and camped with them, and somebody had the shrooms that you drop down in a little pipe or whatever hell they're called. They built a little platform, had the pipe set up on it. The pipe was secure, so the pipe couldn't fall over. Well, we're watching these damn fireworks, and the platform is probably only about 2 or 3 feet. I guess they could reach over far enough, drop the thing in there, and light the fuse. Well, I guess he was leaning on this platform, and that damn thing broke on 2 legs, and we're standing, about 20 yards back. The damn thing fired towards us. Of course, we duck, and it, it's probably above our heads anyhow, about 10 feet, but, scared the hell out of us. It hit the trees, blew up. That was pretty fun. Yeah, so let's talk about some top fireworks, man. Yeah, so those little things were called jumping jacks, I think. It had lady fingers, regular firecrackers. Lady fingers were a little skinny firecrackers. They're a little bit more powerful than regular firecrackers. I'm guessing you had the one of those little ones, like what do they call them? M80s, or like little tiny fat things with a wick out the side. They weren't. I mean, they were stronger than a firecracker, but they weren't that strong. Yeah. I forget. I think they were called M60s or maybe M60s. I forget. I think an M80 might have been an actual quarter stick if you got a real M80, right? Which we had that once. We blew a hole in a bridge. A railroad bridge had like a wooden plank walkway across the bridge. We lit one of those up and blew a hole in it. There was something else back when I was a kid. Fireworks. I can't remember now. Yeah. Good times. But some awesome fireworks that were mentioned in the movie was I never heard of these fireworks, but apparently they might be out there. You got a whistling bunghose, spleen splitters, whisker biscuits, honey lighters, Husker do's, Husker don'ts, cherry bombs, Nipsey daisers, with or without the scooter stick, or one single whistling kitty chaser. Yeah, Joe Dirt. Yeah, so that's about it. God, I don't know nothing about fireworks. And I tried looking up top fireworks, and they started giving me the actual the stuff professionals use. You know, I was like, okay. I start naming them off. Nobody's going to know what the hell they are. Good time lighting off fireworks, though, man. It's fun. Me, Jammer, and my brother, a couple years ago, we had the actual thing with the tube, the mushroom-looking thing with a long fuse. Yeah, we decided we're drinking one night. I think we were doing beer reviews, maybe even, or we were just lighting off fireworks. We decided we're going to try to light them and while they're in our hand and throw them into a bucket. I think we made it into a bucket a couple of times. Of course, we missed most of the time, but they're just blowing up on the ground, boom. Fun times. And then we actually put the bucket, because the bucket was all jacked up already, but we put one under the bucket, lit it up, the bucket went flying. Yeah, that's pretty fun stuff. Another time, we had the big ones that come with a stick, but they're a big stick, like about that round, about, I don't know, 3 feet, 4 feet tall, and there's like a big, almost like the mushroom ones, but on a stick. And we were lighting those off. We're finding some pipe we could stick it in, or so it stayed even, So I'm lighting one off this pipe that we had leaning against this little trailer thing. And I guess my brother was lighting one off behind me. So mine goes off. I'm starting to turn around, walk backwards as that goes off. Well, Diddy lit one off behind me as I'm walking back, which I didn't know, but as I turn around and start walking back, his falls on the ground. And he's like, fire in the hole. Look out, fire in the hole. And I see it laying on the ground, sparking up, I'm like, what the heck? So as I'm like right next to it, so I jump over it and it blows up as I'm jumping over it, but nothing happened. But that could have been my beanie weenies, could have been gone. But I still got my beanie weenies. Yeah, good times. Another time, it's not a smart thing to do to be drinking and lighting off, especially big fireworks. Little tiny things might burn the tips of your finger. That's okay. But something that could blow a hand off or something, I'd recommend not drinking. Hindsight is 20/20. Yeah, anything else? Yeah, that's about it. Drinking and thinking. Don't do stupid shit, especially on holidays, man. People tend to do stupid stuff on holidays. Yeah. Especially if you're drinking. Or one New Year's, this has nothing to do with the 4th of July, but one New Year's, me and Jam were at one of his friends' house up in Hernando, Florida. New Year's Eve party. we brought some Bloody Mary stuff, make Bloody Marys. We were on a Bloody Mary kick at that time. We probably should have stuck with some light beer. But anyhow, we're drinking some beer. It's probably like 8 o'clock at night. We had a fire pit going, whatever. Some younger kid, probably 18, 19, 20, decides to start jumping over it. And me and Jammer are like, hey, that looks like fun. Start jumping over the fire. Hey, that's fun. And then we stopped, continue drinking all night long. Didn't jump over the fire anymore. It hits midnight. Everybody's celebrating. That same kid starts jumping over the fire again. So me, a little bit more intoxicated by this point, decided to jump over the fire. And I made it over the fire, but my knee that I hurt the previous year wasn't during New Year's, but it was in the month of January. Injured my knee the year before. Well, when I jumped over that fire, my knee gave out, hurt like hell. I fell backwards. Luckily, it was just my hand went in the hot coals. Could have been my face in the fire, right? But Jammer's friend's brother pulled me out, but my knee hurt so bad I wasn't even thinking about my hand. And I look, and he's like brushing the flames off my sleeve with my jacket or whatever I had on. And my hand was just burnt to crisp, like bubbles every high point in my hand. My fingers were just bubbles and charcoal, like burnt wood stuck in it. Yeah, so that wasn't fun. I couldn't bowl for a month after that. Yeah, dumb. But I haven't jumped over a fire since. So, like I said, you learn from your own mistakes or you learn from others. So don't jump over fires, kids. Yeah. But sometimes when you learn from your own mistakes, you start drinking again. And especially if you're older, you're thinking you could still do stuff when you were younger, whether it's play football or some physical activity you might have done. You're been having a couple beers or maybe 6 or 7 or 8. And you're like, yeah. And you're not just, for one, you're not the same as you were 20 years ago. And 2, you're drunk. So I'd recommend sitting this one out, pal. Yeah, that's why I stay home now when I drink. I just drink at home. Occasionally, if I go to a restaurant or something, I might have 1 or 2 beers, maybe. I did go out to a bar in North Carolina. I went on a trip to North Carolina a couple of weeks ago, and I did go to a bar. This is the first time I've been to a bar, a real bar, since 2021. And I have to say, it was all right, but I prefer to stay home, I think, and drink my craft beer at home. And I was drinking some craft beer, actually, there. I was drinking the brown ale that they had on draft. Had about 4 or 5. It was a band playing, so I wasn't getting wild or anything. But I realized after I had a few, I'm usually calm and reserved. But after I had a few, I started saying some stupid shit to some people I didn't know. Oh, well. Motoring, what's your price for flight? Yeah, so this is my last one. I gotta get to bed. Probably shouldn't have drank this one. I didn't want to do another review, but I was like, let's drink one more. Drinking and thinking. Fireworks. Tell me about your fireworks adventures. Leave them in the comments later. Yeah, I probably have more fireworks adventures that I can't even think of. Or fire adventures, for that matter, jumping over fires, friends starting fires, family members starting. I never started a fire, at least not a big fire, campfire or whatever. Yeah, as far as starting anything on fire, I've never done it. Family members, friends, yeah. Matter of fact, I won't mention any names. I don't think any damage was done, and he's gone now, rest in peace. But my friend, one time, we're crossing this railroad bridge over in Pennsylvania. And he goes down. We're down by the bank of the river before we cross over. We're coming back. We worked with his uncle. we're going to walk across the railroad bridge to get back to our side of town. And he's like, let's go down under the bridge, check things out. Yeah, okay. We get down there. There's like high river grass on the bank of the river. It's probably about 3 feet high. And he decides to light it up. And I'm like, what are you doing? And the whole bank of the river just went blue. I mean, the fire started and it's going down the whole bank of the river. Whole side of the river is on fire. I'm like taking off across the bridge. I'm like, fuck, I'm out of here. I get across the bridge. He's still over there. I'm like, he's like, where are you running to? I'm like, I'm going home. Dude, you crazy, lighting the damn. But it just burned out real quick. By the time I got across the bridge, it was pretty much fizzled out. It burned all the grass. It was just a black bank on the river. But just crazy stuff like that people do, And we weren't drinking. Fun times. Yeah. A lot of fun times by that bridge, huh? A lot of bad times too. Yeah. Oh well. The Black Diamond Bridge. Yeah, good times. Let's say 3. Well, mainly 2 of our crew, South Wilkes-Barre Posse, are no longer with us, and 3 really, because Little Sean and Kev. Little Sean, I don't recall ever crossing the bridge with us too much because he came over to hang out with us via car, so he didn't walk over to see us. I don't think so. But yeah, we used to hang out at that bridge, cross that bridge to go to Kirby Park all the time. That was the bridge. Yep. And one of my friends back in Pennsylvania still occasionally goes over to that bridge, takes pictures. He's on his BMX, still rides a BMX, has fun. 53 years old and still riding on a BMX. Yeah, if you love it, keep doing it, right? Yeah. I can stay on here all day, just talk about old stories, huh? That's true. Let's see here. Yeah, another time with that damn bridge. I tell you, another holiday, New Year's, 1989 going into 1990. There was this club, under 18 dance club called the Live Wire where I lived. And I'm there. I'm with my girlfriend at the time. It's an all-nighter. They have these all-nighters. It'd be open from 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, all the way till 7 o'clock in the morning, whatever hell time it was. Dance all night, sleep, whatever. Which I don't know why they would have that for kids, but they actually did it in the 80s, all-night dance thing. Well, my friend, Kev, gets some peach schnapps or something from his girlfriend, and he's drinking it straight, and he gets pretty sloshed by pretty early in the night. He could barely stand up. So his girlfriend was like telling me I got to take him home. I'm like, I don't have a car. I didn't have a car at the time. So his brother's there, which I guess the two of them really didn't like each other. I guess kind of weird for brothers not to really like or care for each other. But I was asking his brother, hey, can you give him a ride home? He goes, I'm not leaving. His own brother wouldn't give him a ride home. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to walk him home. And that's a pretty long walk from there to South Wilkes-Barre. So I decide, okay, I'm walking him. My girlfriend says, you know what? I'll go with you. I'm like, okay. We're walking him home. We get about halfway home. He starts sobering up a little bit where he's like, kind of funny and talking. Hey, thanks for walking me home. That kind of stuff, And we get him all the way to his house. And let's go. He decides he's going to clean up because he puked a few times. He decides he's going to clean up a little bit and he's going to go back to the Live Wire. And he goes, wait for me, Shagdog. And I'm like, no, man. I said, I'm going home. He goes, what do you mean? I said, yeah. Because he actually came out on the porch. So my house was this way. The main bridges were that way, like a couple miles or whatever. I said, yeah, I'm going home just to fake him out and start walking that way. And he's like, okay. Of course, me and my girlfriend are going back to the place. We decide we're walking away. Hey, you want to walk across the Black Diamond Bridge, a railroad bridge in the middle of the night, snow out and everything. Okay. Well, man, my walking through the snow and everything, my feet were wet by the time we get back to the place. But anyhow, we're crossing the Black Diamond Bridge. We get halfway across the bridge. And in Pennsylvania, they do this thing where they bang pots and pans when it hits midnight. I didn't have a watch on. She didn't have a watch on. We didn't know it was midnight. But we're halfway across this bridge, trying to be careful because a couple of the boards had holes in it and stuff, At least we were sober. We get about halfway across the bridge, and there's people banging pots and pans. So we know it's midnight. So we have a nice long kiss in the middle of the Black Diamond Bridge. And then we continue. Get down to past the bridge a little ways. You get to a different dike and go down toward Kirby Park. And we walked all. It's a long ass walk. I don't think we got back to Livewire until about 1 o'clock probably. Get back there, my feet's cold, wet. It's a memorable moment from a girl that she doesn't give a shit about me for sure. And I've learned over the years not to give a shit about her either, even though I tried making contact with her years later a couple times, but that's okay. But that one memorable moment, does she even remember that? She probably doesn't. I guarantee she doesn't. But I do. But I wish I still had my friend Kevin here with me. He passed away, end of October 2021, right? Yeah, can't talk to him about stories like that anymore. Yeah, well. Yeah, great memories, though. But no one to share them with that remembers them because they're either don't remember them or they're gone. I know more people dead than I do alive, I think, these days. It's getting there. I think once you hit your 40s, people start kicking off. And then by the time you're 50s, you're like, wow, I know like 30 or 40 people that are dead. And then as you get older, I'm sure it's even worse. You get your 60s and 70s and 80s, if I make it that far. Ooh. What can you do, right? Yeah. Memorable moments on the Spit or Swallow Beer review. Thanks to my 2 viewers for watching it. Well, 1 now. I guess somebody got a little antsy and had to leave real quick. Yeah, nothing but beer and good times here on the Spit or Swallow Beer review. If you ever want to join in, just send me a message. We normally do them on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, like early afternoons. Possibly Wednesdays, probably now with Jammer, the way his schedule is. I don't even know because his schedule keeps changing. But I normally do them Tuesday mornings or early Tuesday afternoons. Or if Jammer could do them that week, I do them Wednesday early afternoon. Excuse me. Now Jammer, he could do his because he's off like opposite days every week. So I think 1 week he's off Monday, Tuesday. And then works Wednesday, Thursday, off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, although he doesn't usually do them on weekends. And then the opposite week, he works Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday. So he can do them Wednesday, Thursday, yeah. So, yeah, good times, good times. I think I got all the beer out of the can, right? Yeah. Yeah, good old Dieter, man. Had some good memories with Dietz. Yep. Crazy. Well, yeah. shit happens, right? I'm just trying to survive myself. I want to make it as long as I can. That's my ultimate goal. I probably ain't going to beat people in that goal, but that's my goal, is to outlast everyone else, which I'm probably not doing a good job. As you can see, I'm drinking, part of a lung cutout, neurological small vessel disease, and large kidney, but I am making it. Good thing I kind of work out on a daily basis, 5 days a week. Not really work out at the gym, but my job is enough cardiovascular, I guess. Or not cardiovascular, maybe, what do you call the one where you were lifting? Not cardio. Got to Google that. I know that's called something else. Hey, Jammer reacted to me. Oh, Jammer won't be able to do beer reviews this week. He has a family member staying with him. He should tell her to join in. That's what I would do if I had a family member staying for a week. Hey, I do beer reviews. You want to split a couple beers with me? That's why I say, let me tell him that. Why don't you have Auntie join in and split a couple beers with you? Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I guess Jim won't be able to do beer reviews this week. If I had a family member staying with me for a week, they're going to be drinking beers. I don't care if they're 90-year-old auntie or they're going to be joining in at least, just sitting there. And you can say, watch this, hold my beer. Auntie. What else? Yeah, I forgot what the hell I was talking about before Jammer interrupted me. Yeah, all my health problems, but I'm still living large. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to check. The opposite of cardio. What's the opposite of cardiovascular? Anaerobic. Anaerobic. How can I forget, right? So I get a lot of anaerobic workout. It's not super heavy weights, a little bit heavy, but most of it's kind of light, anywhere from, I don't know, 2 pounds to, well, 2 pounds to 30 pounds, maybe, all night long, pretty much. So, yeah, that's a little bit of anaerobic. It's not like super heavy weights or anything, but I mean, I don't know, pretty good shape, I guess, right? I mean, for somebody who doesn't work out, just go to work, I guess. I like to be in a little bit better shape. I wish I could actually do a full workout, because when you're lifting boxes and stuff like that, you're only getting a certain range of motion. I'm not getting the shoulder presses all the time, the Arnold curls and presses, whatever Arnold curls and presses, tricep extensions. You're not getting any of that. Although sometimes I try to throw 1 or 2 in real quick, and like some shoulder presses or something. But if you're not getting a full workout like that, where you're extending your arms or whatever with weights a certain way, you're not going to build anything in those particular areas. While your deltoids or rear deltoids or whatever the hell. So I read, but I can't go to the gym or anything because I'm so worn out from what I do. So it's like, and on my days off, I probably could go the second night off, but then why do I want to do that? I need the extra day of rest. So yeah, Spinner Swallow beer review, Shagdog, Jammer missed out, could have done a beer review. But he's got a family member staying with him this week, so it's hard to do. But I think Jammer should open up and let the family member do the beer review with him. That's what I would do. Although it's an in-law family member, so that maybe is the reason why. All right, well, Shagdog Spit or Swallow beer. If y'all can get over this one out, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, especially like. If you hit that like button, that helps spread the video, especially on YouTube. Spread the video to other viewers, so that helps with the views. Actually, it really does. If you hit, we might not be getting one view or 0 views, and I'll watch the video from my other account. I hit the like button, and all of a sudden, within a day or two, we got 7 views. So I think it does spread the video out, and the more likes you get, the more she spreads. All right, Shagdog Spit or Swallow beer review. If you never had this one, Yuengling Premium, yeah, try it. It's pretty good. We'll see you on the next one.
If you don't like warm beer but love a good joke, tune in to Shagdog and Jammer's Spit or Swallow beer review. From hops to hilarity, they've got it all. Subscribe now and never miss another sip or snicker. Cheers.